Welcome to the Southern New Hampshire University Week in Review, where we recap the past week's events in Penmen athletics. Women's soccer opened the week with a 2-0 win over Stonehill College last Tuesday. Tricia Lewis and Bridget O'Sullivan provided all the offense Southern New Hampshire would need as Autumn Scanlon stopped 5 shots for the shutout. The Penmen closed out their week with another 2-0 victory as they topped Assumption College on Saturday. Danielle Humphreys gave Southern New Hampshire an early 1-goal lead before Alexa Poulin sealed the game with her second goal of the year, and Paige Solomon earned the clean sheet with 6 saves against the Greyhounds. Women's soccer returns to the pitch on Wednesday when it makes the trip to Bentley University for a 3:30 kickoff against the Falcons. Volleyball suffered setbacks in all 3 of its matches last week. The Penmen opened with a 3-0 loss at Franklin Pierce University before dropping a 5-set marathon at home to Merrimack College. Marissa Coronas tallied 17 kills against the Warriors, while Catherine Cotton handed out 47 assists and Megan Higgins turned in 26 digs. Southern New Hampshire wrapped up the week with a 3-0 defeat at the hands of the University of Bridgeport. Coronas again led the attack with 9 kills, and Kathleen Sherman added 8 kills. Higgins dug out 27 balls, and Cotton dished out 23 assists for the Penmen. Volleyball is back in action on Tuesday when it hosts Stonehill inside the Fieldhouse at 7 p.m. Taking a look at men's soccer now, where the number 5 Penmen posted another undefeated week with wins over Stonehill and American International College. Nick Zucco made 5 saves, and Michael Rowley added a goal in a 2-0 road triumph over the Skyhawks. Men's soccer then returned home on Saturday to sting the Yellow Jackets by a final score of 2-1. Matt Crowley notched his first career goal, and Sebastian Stazuski put home a late rebound goal to give the Penmen their 7th win of the year. Men's soccer resumes play on Wednesday when it welcomes Franklin Pierce to Larkin Field for a 7 o'clock contest. Field hockey was in action twice last week, and Southern New Hampshire fell in a pair of games against St. Anselm College and American International. Cassidy Huckins potted her second goal of the year, and Jill Piacatelli stopped 14 shots, but a late goal from the Hawks gave them the 2-1 win on Wednesday. Southern New Hampshire then traveled down to Springfield, Massachusetts on Friday and fell to the Yellow Jackets by a final score of 5-1. Melanie Epstein scored her first career goal late in the first half, but 3 second-half strikes by AIC put the game out of reach. Field hockey looks to get back on track Tuesday when it hosts Stonehill at 7 p.m. On to links now, where men's golf hosted the Division II Challenge at Quechee Country Club on Friday and Saturday. The Penmen carded a second-place finish and were just a pair of shots behind Lemoyne College for the top spot. John Clancy and Jake Nutter tied each other for 5th overall in the individual standings as they both shot 153 over the 2-day tournament. Men's golf will head to the Enjoy Golf Club on Sunday for the 2015 Northeast 10 Championship hosted by Lemoyne in Endicott, New York. On the women's side, Southern New Hampshire traveled to the Northeast 10 Championship at the Village Club of Sands Point. Caitlin Lutinsky combined to shoot a 170 over the course of 2 days, and Kaylee Coleman finished with a score of 178 to help lead the Penmen to a 4th-place finish. Women's golf heads back to New York this weekend when it tees off in the Lemoyne Fall Shootout on Saturday. Shifting gears now to cross country, where both the men's and women's teams took part in the Northeast 10 preview meet at St. Michael's College. Stacey Wojcik was the top finisher for the women in the 6K event with a time of 22 minutes and 46 seconds. The Southern New Hampshire men finished second as a team and placed 4 runners within the top 10. Nacho Hernando Angulo paced the Penmen with a second-place finish in 27 minutes and 30 seconds. Both the men's and women's cross-country teams will remain idle until October 10th when they head to Franklin Park in Boston for the NEIC AAA Cross Country Championships. And on to women's tennis now, where Southern New Hampshire went 2-0 on the week. The Penmen opened things up with a 9-0 victory over Franklin Pierce on Saturday before topping Merrimack 6-3 on Sunday. Ashley Loft and Caitlin Poggi led Southern New Hampshire as they each went unbeaten in both singles and doubles action over the weekend. Women's tennis is back in action on Tuesday when it takes on St. Michael's at 3 o'clock. That's it for this week's Southern New Hampshire University Week in Review. Check back next week for a full recap of this week's events in Penmen athletics.